Joker, you've called Aaron one of your 5 favorite teammates in your career before.
I said the best.
You said the best.
Yeah.
5 of your best
That
teammates.
was like making top five of my career life, whatever his name.
Sure. And now, since that comment, you've seen him hit 2 game winners in the playoffs. Is it awesome seeing that moment for what others have called the soul of the team?
Yes, I mean he had big free throws before that, so he made both of them. He had the big box out on the Caruso, I think. Was it Caruso? And he made a really big shot for us, and he deserves it. He's like you said, he's the soul of this team. He's a glue guy. He probably doesn't give the much respect that he deserves, but I think he doesn't need like attention. So he knows what he's doing. So I'm happy for him.
Nikola, CB and Russ and asked AG about you guys having been here before. How much does experience play into being able to stick with it through the game, and certainly in those last 2 minutes as time's winding down?
I mean, I think most of the nights we are, like I said, finding the way. Of course, we have games and nights that we are not doing that, and don't look like that. But I think, generally looking, we know how to. At least we get the shot what we want, whatever. Even against the team, they're playing really, really good on defensive end. So we've been, yes, like the guy said, we've been through this, and we've been in this situation. So.
Going back to Aaron just for a second, Nikola, given everything that he's been through in the past year, what can you say about him as just a human being?
I mean, he's great, He told me he's gonna visit me in Serbia, and he showed up. I was like, whoa, there he goes. He's my good friend, of course. We share a lot of stories, we share a lot of emotions together. So he's a great person, great guy.
And then your game tonight, how did you learn as the game evolved what Oklahoma City was doing defensively against you?
I mean, they were definitely coming. I think I had like 4 or 5 block shots. So they blocked my shots 4 or 5 times. They steal all the balls. They were aggressive. That's what they do. They're playing passing lanes. They are. I mean, maybe I was not cautious. Maybe I was just playing loose. But I just needed to be aggressive, and I think I did it the best of my capabilities.
It felt like, you were in foul trouble, sort of. There was flagrant fouls, and you're battling and scratching, but you never lost your composure. You didn't, and you and this team never let this game get away from you. How were you able to stay calm in the moment, as it looked like a few times? The crowd's going crazy, it's spinning out of control. How were you able to keep it from getting away from you and this team?
It's a game of runs. We know that they're gonna make runs, especially in this arena, especially how they play fast in transition. They're gonna make like 4 or 6 or 8 runs, and we need just don't lose, like you said, don't lose even foul, somebody fouled, whatever. Just don't lose the composure and try to be organized, on the offensive end.
Joker, kind of building off that, they were chanting free throw merchant at you. I'm curious what you thought of that, and how much do you rely on your experiences in Serbia? I've heard you say crowds here don't bother you.
To be honest, I didn't hear that, but that's kind of funny.
But then how much do you rely on your experiences in Serbia when you're dealing with crowds like this, or how much does that help you?
I mean, to be honest, even playing in Serbia, I played even in like small gyms where it's like literally 30 people and you can hear everything what they're saying to you. So sometimes I think that's the worst because you can see the guy who is telling you. And I play in front of a lot of people. I play even for national team. I play in front of other countries. So it's definitely an experience that I don't get. I'm gonna say I don't get distracted by fans, let's say like that.
Tonight, Coach talked about how honest this team is, especially during those tougher conversations during the game. From the outside looking in, how would you describe what it's like to be a part of a team with minimal egos and one common goal?
Yes, definitely. I think we're definitely getting on each other, especially lately. We are just telling the truth, and we are, accepting it, and the guys accepting it. Whoever is if someone says something to me or whatever, we are accepting it, and we just want to win. It's a great feeling inside of the team, and hopefully we can continue to play like this and feel like this.
one of those guys that you were battling against down low was Isaiah Hartenstein. Just curious to know what you remember from his time in Denver, playing alongside him, and just how impressed are you with the type of player he's become?
It was a long time ago, but yes, of course, in New York he kind of stood out, step up like in his game. He's doing an amazing job. You know, he knows where to be. He's always there. He's attacking the offensive glass. He's sending great screens to open guys up. He has a really good touch, like floater, whatever is like. How much that is? 16 feet? Is that whatever is the floater area? And I mean, I think he developed himself to be a really good player. Pleasure. Let's go for the next one. There we go.
Any questions?
Aaron, given how much you've improved on your three-point shooting over a calendar year, how rewarding was it to get that shot, and just for this team, how you guys have stayed connected? You wouldn't let this one get away when it was all set up to say, hey, maybe we win game 2 because we're all tired from game 7. Just take me through your 3, what it means, and the way this team refused to let this game get away.
Well, I've worked on my jumper a lot, you know, throughout the years. You guys have seen maturation of it, so it's nice to have it all culminate in a game winner. But it really comes down to my teammates like Russ making a great play and finding me in transition and in rhythm, you know, on time, on target. So it helps when you have a Hall of Fame passer passing to you. But, you know, we just didn't want to miss the moment. We didn't want to miss the opportunity. You know, we knew if we waited, it may be too late. So I'm glad we showed our, mettle, but our grit, but we're not satisfied.
How loud did you guys cheer when he made that shot?
We cheered like a lot.
I bet.
He was popping his jersey.
Aaron, Coach Adelman called you the soul of this team. What does that mean to you?
I think we have a really soulful group. You know, I think a lot of guys out there just, you know, are leaders. You know, we have a lot of leaders, and we guys have really high character guys and guys that want to win, and guys that play for the right reasons. So when you bring everybody together that has that same mindset and has that same soulful approach to the game, you get something special.
Aaron, Coach Adelman keeps mentioning that he thinks you guys are an honest locker room, but also that you've become one over the course of the year. Do you agree with that?
An honest locker room?
Honest with each other, having tough conversations with each other, and he said it allows him to just kind of focus on coaching and schematics.
Absolutely. We hold each other accountable, and we have high IQ guys on this team and high character guys on this team. So when we're speaking to each other, it comes from a place of experience, knowledge, wisdom, and compassion. And yeah, it just allows DA to just focus on the X's and O's and some of the pep.
Is it something you guys have gotten better at in the last month?
Yeah, I mean, we've been able to communicate, but, you know, we don't got no punks on this team.
When the Thunder went on their run in the past against other teams, that's normally when they try to put teams away, but y'all were able to withstand it. What were you telling yourselves to be able to keep yourselves in the game and make that second half charge?
I mean, we've been through a lot, this group, and we've come from behind to win in plenty of games. It's not necessarily what we try and do or what we want to do, but we know that we've been in that position before and we can do it. So we saw the time and we saw the score, and we know what we were trying to accomplish, and we got it done tonight.
Russ kind of touched on that, and so did CB, about, you know, this team being there before. Russ talking about, you know, you guys won the championship obviously before he got here, but these moments not being too big. Can you sense that you know, that's an advantage you have against, you know, a younger team in this case?
Yeah, I mean, we know what it takes. We know what it takes to get there, to get to that mountaintop, to get over the hump. And On the contrary, we know if we're not giving what it takes, you know, if we're not doing what we need to be, if we're not holding ourselves to the standard of championship level.
3 more, kids, go ahead.
Christian was saying like you. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
Christian was saying how you pretty much live in the gym. I mean, you have one, right?
Yeah.
How often do you shoot where at your gym versus like the Nuggets gym and all that, and practice yourself?
Pretty much every day.
Along those lines, after all the work you've done at home and in the gym, wherever, when that shot leaves your hand, do you know it's in? And how would that compare to, say, a year ago when you tried to take that shot?
When I shot it, did I know it was in? I knew it wasn't a miss. You know?
That's good.
Yeah.
Aaron, you guys kind of had your backs against the wall for the last 3.5 weeks. You know, you guys were fighting to stay out of the play-in. Obviously, you were down 2-1 against the Clippers. Had to win in Game 4 on the road. You know, what's it been like, you know, you guys having to kind of fight back and show resilience, you know, just so many times, you know, over the last month? And is it kind of a thing where you guys are kind of used to it and you've been in this spot and, you know, you kind of know how to react to it?
Yeah, we have a lot of poise in this group, you know. We got a lot of just, you know, grit, like I was saying. But, you know, it's not the position that we want to put ourselves in with our backs against the wall. But I know that I know how this group responds, and I have faith that we can respond when we are in those situations. But, you know, that's not where we want to be.
Aaron, you've got the young ones with you, so I'll take you away for basketball just for a moment. When they're in a position where it may not look like they should keep trying, but you want them to, what advice will you give them?
These guys?
Yeah.
It gets greater later. You know, so stick with it. You know, be a demonstration of resiliency.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, everybody. Good job. You guys were so patient. Good job. That's it. That's it. You guys ready?
You want to say go Nuggets?
You want to say go Nuggets?
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. All right, come on. Let's go, guys.
As I've seen from a group.
Yeah, and I thought, I told them in there, just their mentality was consistent throughout. I really mean that. Even in the timeouts, you know, you get down 10, you get down 12, you know, the swings in the game. I never felt like anybody wavered. And that doesn't mean you're going to win the game. But we all know in the NBA playoffs, these games are so long, you just try to give yourself a chance. And we did that. And we played out possessions. I thought we were much more patient offensively those last 6 minutes to get a good shot up each time down. Like even Russ's shot in the corner. I know they were pre-rotating Nikola. You got to take the best shot possible, and he took it. And I thought our defensive intensity was good in the fourth quarter. And Aaron's going to be a hero again, but I'm also looking at 14 rebounds. I'm looking at 22 points. I'm looking at ball handling responsibilities, leadership. He is a Denver Nugget, man. Like he is the soul of our team. So cool to see him have 2 moments that no one will ever forget.
Coach, it looked like Nikola just refused to let you lose. At the same time, he's losing his temper. The crowd's on him. Just kind of, can you go over what you saw from him in the 18-point fourth quarter? Felt like he was everywhere, including maybe in his own head, their head, and just a lot going on in that last quarter with him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the crowd affects him ever. I did think the physicality, they were bringing 3 and 4 bodies at him. He had to play through that. He had some unbelievable finishes around the basket. And the biggest thing for us was he finally saw the 3-point shot go in. And with their drop coverage and the way they played, that put them in much longer rotations, which puts him in closeout situations where he can actually handle it, spin, score in the paint. And him playing in the middle of the floor as opposed to on the block is hard, because now you're really having to bring bodies, 15, 16 feet away from him, as opposed to on the block. You have a set defense to rotate and take him away. So, Jamal was great early. Nikola was great late and, throughout as usual. But once again, like I said, a lot of guys stepping up, and it's just cool to see Aaron Gordon be the guy that finishes it.
You mentioned the mentality being consistent throughout. What do you feel like that's a product of with this team?
They're just for each other. You know, it's like I just never saw anything where you're going, yeah, we're kind of losing it. Maybe competitively, because that's what happens in a playoff game. Both teams, you know, they want this so bad. But just the communication on the bench, it wasn't about blaming somebody. It was about how can we do this better. You know, what can we do better in a cross match? What can we do better with Shea? That's what it was. You know, even down whatever it was, you know, with the last couple minutes to go. So when you have that and you're just communicating about trying to win a game and not all the other crap that can go on, you give yourself a chance. And we did. The ball bounced our way. We got an opportunity, and Aaron knocked it down.
Coach, how did you guys win a game where you had 18 turnovers, they had 23 points off those turnovers? I think you only made 9 threes all night. How did you win this game?
Yeah, I mean, we hit the glass. I mean, we had 27 second chance points. That's just all effort on a night where shots are not going in. Unfortunately, they outscored us in fast break 27-21, but 21's a great number. And then we talked about this, the best paint defense maybe I've ever seen. And to get 54 in this building in a playoff game, you know, what that means is you're working really hard to try to stay in the game. And when things may not be going your way, you only make 10 threes, the assist totals are low. But we just played hard and played together. And like I said, it doesn't mean you're going to win every game that way, but you're going to give yourself a great chance. And we did that, and things worked out for us.
Yeah, I know it's kind of pick your poison, so it leaves a lot of open threes. What do you think about the effort on SGA to at least make it hard for them? And then you just kind of accept some of those, not that you want to leave wide open threes, or I guess how do you maybe limit some of those and still?
Yeah, I think when we look at the tape, you know, I give, Lou Dort and Caruso so much credit. Those shots, just because they're open doesn't mean they're easy shots in a game like this. It speaks to the depth of their team. And yes, we can do a better job of helping on Shea, Jalen, but still getting out and getting a decent contest. But sometimes, you know, just like with us, you know, you have to let somebody shoot the ball when you're playing a first-team All-NBA player, you know, 2 All-Stars that break you down and ISO you. So, yeah, our effort can get better, and that's the great thing about tape. You can go back and watch it, show it to the guys. This is a very honest group. They're easy to direct in those ways. So winning a game like this is good, obviously, but we can get better.
David, a year ago, that would not have been considered a high-percentage shot. What are you thinking as the ball finds Aaron there? And just more broadly, what have you seen go into his jump shot and his three-pointer this season?
He is so fluid right now, fluidity with his shot. It's very different. Over the years, it's slowly gotten better. There's less of a hitch. There's almost no hitch now. It's just a very fluid up and down shot. His knees release when his elbow does. You know, all the things they tell you when you're 10 years old at camp. It looks that way right now. So it's nice to put him in the corner where you know he can make a shot. And on top of that, you put that man in the corner and he wants to cut on the baseline. We've all saw that in Game 7, that lob dunk he caught. Being able to do both is a weapon, especially when we're playing two-man game with Jamal and Nikola.
You mentioned the kind of conversations this team has where they're open and not blaming each other. From a coach's perspective, how does that help you continue to do your job?
Yeah, I mean, I think it lets you focus on schematics. You know, you don't have to go in and rally the group to stay together in a tough moment. That's already happening, and they're already having that conversation. You know, keep yourself going. You know, keep your head up. And I know it sounds, you know, cliche, but it's not. You know, in this building, how loud it is. You brought up Nikola, the intensity of the game, people calming him down, him calming other people down. You need that. So when I step in there, we can just talk about trying to win the game. You know, not trying to balance egos or any of that stuff. So it goes a long way in high intense moments. Just super proud of the guys.
Coach, how important was it that, you know, they never really ran away from you? Their biggest lead was 14. They would get it to 13. You guys would immediately go get it to 8. They get it to 13. You guys get it to 8. How important was it that you guys just kept kind of chopping wood there a little bit?
So important. And that's what I was talking about, the mentality. You know, would have been really easy for me to come up here and say, we just played Saturday in a Game 7, and we have all the excuses in the world, and we're so tired. And no, it's the playoffs. You only get a certain amount of chances out here. And you're right. Yeah, every time they got up, I never sensed – well, you know, we can play in 2 days. We can still even this thing up 1-1. No, this is our opportunity tonight. Live in the present in these moments. Now, these games they're so hard to win. And when you put yourself in a situation like this, like we did, don't waste your energy. You know, stay focused on what you're trying to accomplish. And you're right, because we did that, we never let go of the rope because it felt like a few times it was close, like they were about to blow this thing out in their building, which they do a lot. I mean, this is an amazing team that we're competing against with a great head coach, great players, and depth. So yeah, man, like I said, the word of the night for me is just mentality. Like we did it, we stayed with it, and it worked out for us.
Thank you, Coach.